let's wrap this up and give us some your takeaways. What do you want to communicate to those watching that that from your own experience that they can learn from, and you want to make sure that they internalize those things and don't make the same mistakes that you did.
Well, I mean, make sure you know what's going to make you happy, right? So, I mean, whatever your goals are, it should be around what's going to make you happy. I mean, and gobs of money isn't a good answer, right? I mean, obviously that's going to help, but at the end of the day, that's sort of a hit or miss type of thing. And frankly, money is always easy to make. You can always go out and get a job and make money. Um, so you got to understand what it is that you're looking to get out of, running your company. Is it because you don't want anyone to tell you what to do? Do you like the freedom and of having, the time to set your own schedule? Do you like to be able to, control what you work on as opposed to being dictated to the projects that you have to work on? Um, and that makes life easier too in terms of what you ultimately decide to pursue, like whether it's a company or a project or an application or whatever else, because you're just going to focus on what it is that's going to make you happy, right? What are you going to enjoy doing? So that's sort of the first thing. And I guess in terms of worrying about failure, and I think the thing to do is to look at the alternatives, right? I mean, just play it out. I mean, just play out the scenario where you do fail, right? 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line. Ultimately, it leads to some sort of collapse, failure, going sideways, whatever. What was the alternative, right? What was the other dimension of yourself,
Yeah.
right? What was that person doing, right? Because you may find that whatever that person was doing was a lot worse than what you were doing in that time period, which sort of ended up as a failure, and where they end up, right? So at those 10 years, that alternative you versus the you that failed, which one is better off,
Yeah.
right? I mean, maybe in money wise, that alternative you a little bit, maybe not, but in terms of who you are, what you've learned, what you've done, and sort of where you can go next, like what you can do next, whether it's starting something else or working for someone else, which one's more competent. I mean, I think odds are you'll probably say that one that sort of took the chance and failed is going to be the better you than the one who was the alternate you who sat in the cube all day.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching this episode of Edison Equation, and thank you so much, Brian Kent, for joining us all the way from the good old state of New York up there in the north. And I hope maybe we'll have you again soon after Flip 2 takes off and goes huge.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So, all right, man.
All
Well,
right.
you have a great one.
Thanks, you too. Thanks, Lee.